Imagine a world where wealth knows no bounds, where luxury flows like a river, and crime hides beneath the surface. The man in this story is richer than soccer legends Eden Hazard and Kevin De Bruyne combined. Yet his path to fortune was far from the green fields of the football pitch or any kind of honest labor. This is the gripping tale of the former cocaine container climber and street kid Othman El B. He turned multi-millionaire, resides in the opulence of Dubai, and has so far not been caught or prosecuted for his crimes. Is he innocent? But if he is innocent, why has a member of the infamous Sinaloa Cartel demanded payment of a debt? The year is 1986, and in the gritty neighborhood of Burgerhout, Antwerp, Othman El B enters the world. His story begins in 2008 on Burgerhout's Groningerplein, where the young and fearless Othman El B often hangs out, a place barely 4 kilometers from the land of milk and honey, the port of Antwerp. After the shifting of the supply line of coke from Rotterdam to Antwerp in 2008, Othman became a first-generation trafficker, says a source at De Morgan. At a very young age, he moved into the port at night. He was possessed by the idea of never allowing himself to be caught. It was a game, and he wanted to be the best at it. Such a haul-out job earned a few €1,000 in those days. Nowadays, the fees are already going to the €15,000 mark. In that time, Othman El B allowed himself to be paid in kind, cocaine instead of bank bills. That's very interesting, because he then gets it at the price the importers paid for it in South America, a price that usually hovers around €2,000 to €3,000 per kilo, while the street value there in Europe is a multiple of that. The coke then ends up in Antwerp, which ensures that the purity of cocaine on Antwerp streets is higher than elsewhere. In Latin America, the price is €800 to €1,000 per kilo before it enters the ship. Arrived in Antwerp, that same kilo is worth €21,000 to €25,000, after which the stuff is further cut up and sold at €50 to €60 per gram. A kilo cut up can thus fetch €50,000 to €60,000. Soon, Othman El B is crawling higher up the ladder. Instead of still climbing into containers himself with a sports bag, he built his own little network. The same source tells De Morgan. He recruited his own out dealers, whom he paid cash, and in parallel, he found people to deal for him. That's how his margins became huge. Despite the drug war starting in Antwerp in 2012 and the courts looking in his direction, Othman El B's empire continues to grow. The man seems untouchable, although that almost comes to an end in 2016. The year 2016 marked a turning point in Othman's life, when the Federal Prosecutor's Office initiated a probing investigation into the financial affairs of an Islamic school in Mechelen. The school needed €630,000, according to investigators. Othman El B had laundered €115,000 in cash via a donation. Arrested while attempting to leave Zaventem Airport, he managed to evade charges after interrogation. He packs his bags for Dubai, the Golden City in the United Arab Emirates, where he settles. 4 years later, in April 2020, he was finally acquitted of the money laundering charges, successfully proving to investigators that he was not the source of the controversial donation. This verdict allowed Othman to continue his enigmatic life in the secretive world of Dubai. Meanwhile, Othman El B has found success in Dubai through strategic real estate investments. In the summer of 2018, a real estate data breach known as Dubai's Golden Sands unveiled his ownership of 4 properties in the exclusive Miras Town resort in Reem, a suburb of Dubai. Each property is valued at €500,000. Additionally, he possesses an apartment in the prestigious Residence Skyview Hotel, situated next to the Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest building and the location for Daniel Kinahan's wedding. Daniel Kinahan, is also a prominent crime boss. The Skyview residence consists of 2 towers connected by an air bridge at the 50th floor level, featuring amenities such as a swimming pool, restaurants, and a park. Othman's acquired apartment in this luxury setting is estimated at around 1.5 million euros. His real estate portfolio is valued at a total of 7.5 million euros, encompassing 11 properties as disclosed by Dubai's Golden Sands. Despite enjoying a luxury life in the desert oasis of Dubai, Othman is abruptly forced back to the grey and rainy landscapes of Belgium. The reason is the kidnapping of his younger brother, Younes, also known as El Magico. On November 15, 2016, he was kidnapped after a workout at a basic fit gym near the Antwerp Sport Palace. This incident stands out as the most severe kidnapping case in Antwerp's drug scene in years. Surveillance footage captures the distressing moment when 4 Africans forcibly haul Younes into an Opel Vivaro van. The ordeal takes a mysterious turn as Younes is transported first to Brussels, then to Nanterre, France. Astonishingly, 5 days later, Younes emerges at the Nanterre police station near Paris, claiming to have freed himself using a Hollywood-esque escape, lowering himself out of a window with a sheet. While officially termed an escape, the Antwerp drug scene speculates that a hefty ransom, potentially from Dubai, facilitated his release. Othman El B was reportedly engaged in days-long negotiations with a figure named Fernando regarding the ransom. A photo of the bound Younes accompanied the demands, reaching an astronomical sum of 5 million euros, or an in-kind payment of 400 kilograms of cocaine. Refuting any connection to drug-related activities, Othman El B dismissed rumors surrounding ransom payments involving money, gold, or cocaine. In an interview, he said, "Some tried to present it as the result of a conflict between myself and people from the Dutch drug world. That is nonsense," Othman El B told the newspaper. "Those kidnappers were after money. They just grabbed someone from whom they thought they would be a lot of money to get. I just do business. I trade in exclusive watches. I'm in real estate, and I'm active in the stock market." Othman's LinkedIn profile displays him as the general manager of OEB International Limited, specializing in selling expensive luxury watches such as Richard Mille timepieces with values reaching up to 100,000 euros. In January 2023, Younes was sentenced to 8 years in prison for failed importation of 771 kilograms of cocaine. Younes has bribed a port company employee to help him import containers of cocaine. The employee, Mara DS, received a 3-year suspended prison sentence. Besides the younger brother, Jamal, Othman's older brother, also attracts the court's attention in August 2012. Law enforcement observed substantial assets within the El B family, with nearly 20 properties in Antwerp. The financial situation of Jamal and his family reveals a significant imbalance. The conclusion? Jamal allegedly spent 1.33 million euros more than his reported income. Despite living on disability benefits and rent, police and investigators assert that these millions are the result of laundering drug money. However, in 2018, the initial court ruling raises eyebrows, and Jamal secures acquittal because of an investigation full of imperfections. Jamal contends that the police are targeting his family members involved in drug trafficking by focusing on him. However, the public prosecutor's office did not let up and appealed immediately after the first instance ruling. In 2020, the appeals court thoroughly reviews the case, ultimately finding Jamal guilty of laundering 428,000 euros. This amount is confiscated, and Jamal receives a 15-month prison sentence with a reprieve at the end of April last year, accompanied by a fine of 12,000 euros. And then there are 2 cousins El B, Youssef alias Benz and Soulimane. They started a car rental business in Antwerp in 2012. Their enterprise specializes in leasing luxurious vehicles, including top-tier brands such as Lamborghini, BMW, and Porsche, commanding exorbitant prices. Notably, their Lamborghini rental charges reach a staggering €1,500 per hour, a sharp contrast to the €300 per hour offered by other rental companies. Despite the significant price difference, individuals from the criminal underworld favor renting from the cousins because they can pay cash there without problems. However, their lucrative business attracts the attention of the Kali team, an Antwerp police unit combating drug gangs. After an inspection, criminal customers hastily return the rented cars. The company finds itself compelled to terminate too many leasing contracts, ultimately going bankrupt in December 2019. An investigation was launched. The case has yet to go to court. In 2021, the Antwerp Federal Police successfully cracked the encrypted messaging network, Sky ECC. This breakthrough led to a historic seizure a few weeks later, on the night of April 2nd to 3rd. Customs intercepted a massive shipment of 10,964 kilograms of cocaine, hidden amidst a deck cargo of blue leather in a container at Quay 869. The container had come from Paraguay. The container was imported through a cloned company. That means an existing business name was misused to set up container shipments. After a few legal loads, the container loaded with cocaine was imported. To create additional confusion, the details of the consignee were still changed during the shipment. Further connections to the criminal organization surfaced in the port of Hamburg on February 12, 2021, with the interception of a consignment of 16-ton cocaine. The same applies to a seizure of 7.7 tons of cocaine on February 20, 2021, in the port of Antwerp. This extensive investigation ultimately pointed to the involvement of Othman El B's organization based in Dubai. The Minister of Justice in Belgium, Vincent van Quickenborne, assured the Belgian Parliament that he is going after drug millionaires in Dubai. In December 2022, he discussed the issue during a meeting with the ambassador of the United Arab Emirates. The Emirates now know what our expectations are regarding judicial cooperation, said Van Quickenborne, who, in addition to Othman, is also setting his sights on Antwerp drug lord Norden LH, who is also hiding out in Dubai. In addition to the Belgian government, Othman also does not have good ties with the Sinaloa Cartel. A cartel representative addresses Othman in a video to settle debts. The cartel member says, "I am sorry, Mr. El Baluti, that I have sent people to the door of one of your people to settle a debt." Sounds played apologetically. Then the tone becomes more threatening. The man tells Othman to show the video to Mexicans in Europe. "They will tell you who I am. I have the balls to show my face to you here." The man in the video believes Othman urgently needs to settle an old debt. "You need to get serious," it sounds. Debts are debts of honor, debts of men. This is a men's business, not a faggot's business. We can only speculate what the reason may be, an unpaid delivery or an unpaid loan. And how much could that be? Whatever it is clear that Othman has some unsettled business with some very dangerous people. To date, Othman is staying safely in Dubai. For now, Dubai seems unwilling to proceed with an arrest. Othman leads his luxurious life and has never been prosecuted for his crimes so far, and remains innocent until proven guilty. Yet his name often comes up in crime cases. Is Othman really innocent as he says? Or will Othman eventually be caught? Perhaps he is not innocent, but he will remain at large? Or maybe his debt to the Sinaloa Cartel will cost him dearly. Time will tell. As always, thanks for watching until the end. If you enjoyed this video, it would be great if you would give us a like, post a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Until next time.